For some perspective on game two. So as Mark just talked about, Coach, LeBron, he was just taking what the Spurs were giving him in the second half. So all those buckets in the paint in the first half, right there in the second quarter, and then he comes out with the jumper after halftime. What enabled him to change it up?
He's a great player. He's a fantastic player. I think his strength, early in his career, he was a guy that attacked the rim. And he's still one of the best, if not the best, attacker of the rim. I think that set up the second half. Early in the game, they had Leonard on him, and he wanted to attack him. He wanted to take him to the rim, and he got to the rim. A lot of them came in transition. A couple of them came in offensive rebound situations. In the second half, they had Diaw on him a lot because Leonard was in foul trouble. They wanted to save Leonard, I think, for the fourth quarter. And he saw Diaw was giving him a lot of cushion, a lot of back off, and he pulled the jump shot. He got hot. And he kept shooting it. When he made the three-pointer in transition, I knew that he felt confident that he could make almost any shot at any given time. He just had that. He had that karma. He had that spirit. He had that greatness that we've seen in so few players. But when we got a Jordan or a Durant, when they get in that rhythm, he was in that rhythm in the second half.
Yeah, 8 for 11 in the third and fourth quarters. And I want to ask you about the Spurs now, because they're leading by a point with 2:26 left in the fourth. And, you know, we saw them really uncharacteristically struggle down the stretch on both ends of the floor. It's normally they're such a technically proficient team. What's your take on how they played towards the end of the game and what they need to do for game three?
Well, I think the first thing is they got to make free throws. I thought the 4 missed free throws in the middle of the fourth quarter psychologically bumped them and froze them a little bit in the game. I think that's very. I mean, anytime you miss 4 free throws in a fourth quarter situation, they made them back to back. They missed 4 in a row, and I think that situation kind of lost their confidence. The second thing is they got to find pace. They got to play with flow. They got to play with rhythm. They got an offense that plays with a chemistry that not many teams in the NBA have. And the Heat slowed them down and they clogged it up. And, you know, I think Pop's thing is they were playing in mud. They looked like they were playing in mud. I think how they find that flow, I think, is going to be important. And I think the third thing they got to answer is Miami played big. They played LeBron and Wade on Parker most of the second half. And how they can loosen that up and maybe get Parker more freedom and more ability to attack the paint and be the leader that he's been for this team. Because I think Parker still is the engine of this team. He didn't have a bad game, but he didn't have that energized game that he normally has.
I got the work cut out for him. Miami 8-0 at home this postseason. Average margin of victory is over 12 points there in their own arena.